Hey, how's it going everyone? This is DCSG81 and today, before I begin the video, let's listen to this. Okay, we can't listen for too long, otherwise my video will be marked for copyright infringement. Yes, this is about our beloved Christopher Reeve's Superman. When I first saw this being announced by McFarlane, I was skeptical, but I did see quite a number of very nice pictures. I have always wanted a Christopher Reeve's figure. I do have the Hot Toys, but now I really wanted a 1/12 scale. Even though this is something like a 1/9 scale, I don't care, I just like it. The one from Mesco is a bit too expensive for me to collect. Yes, I have not found a good deal yet. If this is having a plastic or rubbery cape, I'm not going to get it, but this is not. This is a cloth cape, as you can see, and you can see they actually says McFarlane Collector's Edition. Is pretty good, and I think this is the first time that I've seen McFarlane giving so many interchangeable hands, and this is like my second review for McFarlane stuff. I think the first one is the 2-pack. Again, it's a Superman. I think that's the Devastator, if I'm not mistaken. That was quite some time back. Yeah, so I rarely buy McFarlane because of their different skills. So this is like the Legends. At the top of the box, you can actually see they say 22 points of moving parts. At the side, there's nothing much except the number 25. And from here, it says Superman the movie 1978. Oh my goodness, I wasn't even born yet. And the back, let's have a moment of silence. This is like a very good tribute to Christopher Reeves. This is a very good collector box. I mean, even if you don't intend to open it, it's fine, but for me, I have to open it. So let's get him out. Okay, before I show you the figure, I'd like to show you this backdrop, which I think is rather cool. You can see all the comics cover like Green Lantern. We have the World Best Comics and the Death of Superman, which is one of the comic I have. I also have a card here, which I'm going to show you guys later, as well as a stand. I really hate those straps that strap around him. Yeah, it's rather hard to get it out, but oh my goodness, this guy just looks beautiful. One thing I do feel is that his leg is a little bit too long as compared to the body. You can see that yeah, maybe it's the right proportion, I'm not sure, but this guy is beautiful. And I do feel something hard on his cape, which means that it does have bendy wire and it's a rather strong one. Okay, yeah, I can feel that it's holding up the cape pretty well. Okay, yep, so this is more like it. Wow, he's beautiful, guys. Let's take a closer look. And the suit does feels it doesn't have any details on it, it's just a plain plastic, but I do like the symbols, and the symbol itself is not drawn on the mold itself. Is something that you actually stick it on, and yeah, I must say that it's being painted rather well, as you can see, and the whole thing is a little bit glossy, as you can see as well. Yep, and I was cheated because I thought the red underpants is actually made of cloth as well, because from the box itself it just looks like a cloth, but it isn't. It's like I think it's a rubber. Yeah, this feels like a rubber there, so it doesn't hinder the articulations, I hope. And the boots looks good as well. Wow, and the cape, needless to say, is very nice. You even have the Superman symbols there, which also feels very good. And the cape doesn't feel cheap, even though it's rather thin, but it doesn't feel cheap. Okay, and I just like how strong the bandy wire is. Okay, and let's take a look at his head. Okay, not 100% looks like Christopher Reeves, but the likeness is there. I would say about 80% maybe. Yeah, at some angle you can really see Christopher Reeves there, but when you're face on, doesn't really looks like him, but it's still okay. I mean, from afar you can really tell that, oh, that's Christopher Reeves Superman. But if you bring it near, it's like his stunt double, but it still looks good. It still looks good for the price you paid. I think this is still a very good looking head. And one thing that I do dislike is I've been trying to push his leg together, but it just doesn't seem to work. Yeah, I think he's supposed to, open his leg wide. It just feels, I mean, it's okay, but I really hope that he can stand more straightened up like this, but it just grew apart after a while. And next we'll move on to the accessory. I'll start with the hand as always. So it just comes with a pair of closed fist hand that's already on the figure. Pair of grabbing hands, it's like a hands to hold on to a cup or something. And next is a pair of flying pose hands. And next we have a very different hand. The right hand is something like the first pair of hand. Yeah, I think it's rather much the same. Did they give me the wrong hand? Because is this supposed to be the same as this hand? This hand is something like an invitations hand for the left hand. It's something like it's inviting people to come and fight him. And lastly, we do have two very different hands. The right hand is a pointing hand and the left hand is for holding on to a kryptonite. It does comes with another interchangeable head, which I really don't know what's the difference between this one here, so let's do a comparison. Okay, except for the hair, can this be Clark Kent? I don't think so. I'm not sure. And next we do have this McFarlane's collector edition card. Yeah, it's kind of disappointing when I hold on to it because it feels rather cheap, even though this wording here are rather nice to touch. Yeah. But as you can see, it's just a very simple card. Doesn't feel, I was hoping they could make it a little bit thicker so that it feels more premium, but it's just a card. And we do have this McFarlane stand, which I think is a rather good one for us to display this guy. Once again, I was hoping that they could at least give us something like a slot that you can actually slot the card, hold on the cards to it so that it feels cool with the figures at the back. Yeah, but it doesn't. Okay, yeah, so this stand just looks and feels pretty good. And this is how it looks like to hold on to the figure. Yup, pretty cool. So this is what this figures actually comes with. Not much, but not less as well, because if I'm not mistaken, McFarlane's rarely give this many accessories, usually just one or two pairs of interchangeable hands, and that's about it. Yeah, maybe this is because it's a collector edition, so that's why they are giving us so many. And next I would like to try out some of the accessory onto him, and let's start with the hands. So I'll pull this out. Okay, rather easy. This is how the joints looks like, rather big as well. Okay, so we'll try with the kryptonite hands. Yes, wow, a very loud popping sound. This is very easy to actually put it in. Okay, and it actually holds on pretty well as well. This is nice. Next, of course, I'd like to interchange the head. Whoa, okay, so there's a very nice ball pad there. And let's see how it goes with this Superman, which I still don't know. Maybe just a different hairstyle. Yeah, or maybe when he's fighting, his hair is messy. This is how he looks like. I was hoping they could actually give a glass so it can be a Clark Kent. But then again, we will have to find a body to actually match up with the head. And next, let's move on to the articulations. I'll start with the head as always. So you can look to the right, looks to the left, no issue. Looking up, not that good, but still okay. Looking down is also just fine. For his arm, you can turn 360 degree. Wow, very easy. And there is a something like a butterfly joint, and this piece actually move along, but you can see it can create a big hole there. And let's see how well it can go up. It's about 90 degrees, and there's a arm swivels, and these joints are all very tightly together. I don't know whether it's a good thing or not, because it might just scrape off the paint, but it's good than having big gap, right? Yeah, so it's a double joint elbow. Yeah, we can hear some sound, like the moving sound. Okay, and also his hand is super big joint. You can actually turn it around, yeah, twist around and going up and down. For his torso, I believe there's 2 points of articulations. Yeah, for here is not very big movement, just still okay. And the waist, you can also turn it, yeah, because this is a rubbery piece, so it doesn't really hinder. Okay, so let's see how well he can bend forward. It's all on the lower articulations for his bending forward, because this one here doesn't really helps much. And let's see about bending backwards. It's actually much better for bending backwards. Maybe it's for his flying pose. Okay, and for his leg, there's no pull down mechanism, there's no cuts on the thigh, but you can still do a very slight swivels. And let's see how well it can kick forwards, slightly more than 90 degrees, and kicking backwards is not going to happen, because you can see he already stretched his underwear. And there's a double joint knee. Yeah, you can hear the something like a Yamaguchi kind of sound. Wow, okay, this is a very good double joint knee. Okay, and let's see whether his leg can turn. Nope, but here is another big ball joint. You can actually move it around, going up and down. And I think there are toe hinges as well. So let's see how well wow, this Superman can do a perfect or even more split. Yeah, this is how the inner joints looks like for the legs. Yeah, this is pretty good. And like I mentioned just now, his cape have a very good strong bendy wire. Somehow the bendy wire is not fully, it only reached up to this point. Yeah, as you can see here, it doesn't really reach anymore, but I think it's actually good enough to hold the cape rather well. You can see that. Okay, so this is good, this is good. At the bottom there is no bendy wire. Okay, yep, so it's a very strong one. I kind of like it even more than those with the Mayfax. Yeah, this one is just very strong. Do click on the likes button if you enjoyed the review. Thank you. And next, for the size comparison, I am really not sure if I should be doing it, because this is like one of my 1/9 scale. Most of mine is actually 1/12 scale, but nevertheless I will still compare with some big guys. So I do have Marvel Legends Hulk right over here, which I think scale pretty well if you want to do like a fighting scenes. And also the SH Figuarts Venom. Okay, this is like almost the same scale as this guy. And next, for Mayfax, I do have Bane, yeah, which is almost as tall as him, as well as this Mesco Batman. You can see how cute he looks against him. And lastly, I do have these two Kingdom Come Superman. Yes, this is from the BMS, and this is from the Pop Mart Kingdom Come Superman. So you can see the scale difference between a 1/12 and a 1/9 scale. Okay, so for my final verdict, I would think this is a great figure. Even though I seldom buy McFarlane's, this is really nice as a tribute to Christopher Reeves. When it comes to the overall look, I think it looks great. As for the accessory, I think it's still okay. For the articulations, I think it is pretty good, especially for the bendy wires on the cape. And lastly, needless to say, the height is a bit too big, which is expected because this is a 1/9 scale. In overall, I will give him a score of 8 out of 10 for those of you guys who are big fans of these legends. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I will catch you guys again in my next video. I hope you'll watch this video right over here. Thank you.